Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We have another founder interview with the guys from Crystal Muse. You guys helped break their site last week because they had an amazing mint for their diamond, and it was really cool. It was something different, right? Especially on Fractal, because they're building kind of like a BRC 420 type of platform where you're going to have 3D images, and they're actually using AI, and that's the big difference over there on Fractal. It's a really cool site, really cool what they're building there, and we're going to dig deep into that today. So without further ado, let me bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
What's up, man? So what can you tell me about CrystalMuse? I know you use that platform a lot so far.
Yeah, I've tested it out multiple times. Really cool, man. I love the fact that they're integrating AI. I know there's EVM focused AI projects that really even launched in late 2022, even maybe a little bit before that people could actually use. I think they were, utilizing like Mid-Journey type of like software and stuff like that. But we haven't seen anything like in the Bitcoin ecosystem really, right? Until CrystalMuse. And so we jumped on a call with them, learned more about them, played with the platform. Really cool how you can utilize their 3D creator tool. And there is a 2D creator tool as well. So, the days of people wanting to start a project but not having the ability to, not having graphic design ability or anything like that are I think maybe behind us, and projects like CrystalMuse are going to bring in the that whole new wave, in my opinion, of creators.
Yeah. Could you imagine when we were creating our Ordinal Revolution OG pass, how easy it would be to do it with CrystalMuse? I mean, we had to hire someone. I mean, it was cool to give someone in the community that job, but it would have been so cool for us to kind of sit there and design it ourselves using the AI and CrystalMuse.
Yeah, 100%. And we did actually use AI for the 2D design, but we just couldn't, render a 3D version of that because we don't have that skill set, right? So that's where we came in. But like with this tool, you can potentially do that. You can knock it all out yourself, right? And I do think that there's going to be a big shift or movement into like these 3D metaverse style assets, and this is perfect tooling for that. So I'm excited to really learn more about them and what they have planned for the future, building on Fractal.
Yeah, and you guys are gonna love Annie and Charlie. So without further ado, let's bring them up. Annie, Charlie, welcome to Ordinal Revolution.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
Yo. Good. Yep. Welcome. Well, not welcome. Happy to be here.
Yeah. You welcome to our show.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's kind of get into it. We kind of want to get to know the people behind the project, right? Projects are amazing, but we don't know the people behind them. We just don't know what's going to come next, right? So if you guys wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about yourselves, maybe we'll start with Charlie.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, actually, I started to enter this area in 2020 officially into Web3. But before, I kind of heard about Bitcoin, etc. But officially, I joined as a into kind of the metaverse industry, metaverse perspective in the Web3, and then gradually learning, doing projects in multiple metaverses like the Decentraland Sandbox. But just this year, well, actually, we've been navigating some new narrative because of the metaverse kind of story is getting down a little bit, and we can see that like a lot of metaverse OG like Blockrunner or people like them are shifting to Bitcoin ecosystem, starting from ordinals, starting to bitmap, and gradually like we started to fit ourselves into this broader ecosystem, bigger than the metaverse narrative, and we find some new opportunities, especially like something relates to AI, new layer two, new sidechain, like whatever you call it, like Fractal Bitcoin. We think like this is the moment we can push a little bit forward and do something interesting. So that's why we came in. Yeah.
Awesome, Charlie. Appreciate that breakdown, and you having that metaverse experience. I think is important, especially for like people to kind of trust that this is going to be a solid 3D creator tool. So that's really great that you have that experience there. Annie, if you wouldn't mind, maybe giving the audience a little bit about your background leading into your crypto journey.
Sure. So basically, I entered Web3 industry like 2 years ago, starting with the crypto media projects and things like this, basically involved in everything happening around. And after that, Suisse changed to the AI industry. And so we gathered some team, like 5 people working on this AI generation tool that we're utilizing now. That is creating like some 3D models and 3D spaces, especially for metaverses. And then this year, with the team of we're basically a team of Web 2 and Web 3 experts bringing together. The studio worked with the DWF in quantitative trading. So so we combined this knowledge, brought some more people from the industry itself, Web 3 industry. And so the new way I have to utilize our AI tool and started rebuilding our CrystalMuse from April this year, 2024. And here we are now.
Awesome. Well, I think it's important to have, Web 2 and Web 3 experience on teams, because sometimes, first of all, Web 3 still needs to kind of solidify itself as, its presence. And then, so you have the Web 2 kind of foundational business experience, and putting those two together is kind of, I see like successful Web3 teams have that formula. Do you feel like that's worked well for your team?
Definitely, especially the connections itself. A lot of people from Web 2 are joining Web 3, seeing the results, how people make money, do some crazy stuff, innovation coming in. So it really helped a lot also with the educational part. So we try to educate Web 2 people in the way how we see it happening now. So definitely, yes.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Educating people from Web 2 to bring them to Web 3, because we feel like, it's all going to become one, right? It's eventually they're going to have to know how to do all that. So you guys kind of jump in the gun there to kind of get them on board. It kind of helps the people that you're kind of teaching.
Sure. That's why the one part of the CrystalMuse is building this Telegram dApp that we're gonna open some doors for Web2 users so they're gonna be able to interact with our tools, protocols, and whatever is built like under CrystalMuse itself.
Yeah. Gotcha. Let's kind of get into CrystalMuse. What is it from your perspective?
So basically, it's an AI generated content service provider that we are and just focuses mostly on creators. So we envision to build some kind of a next generation infrastructure within the Bitcoin and Ton ecosystems, and as I mentioned, to introduce a large number to Telegram Web2 users into the Bitcoin ecosystems through Ton networks. And CrystalMuse is an umbrella company, and under CrystalMuse, you can find the AI tool, the BRC 4204 protocol that we're going to talk about later, and more details, and also the Telegram dApp, the 3D marketplace that's going to serve a purpose to better present in a more immersive way of this 3D assets that are going to be created by our artists, right? So basically, this is the short introduction. So with the feature that multi-chain supports and other stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've had the pleasure of testing out your platform before, and I utilized it, and I was pretty amazed, in terms of the AI 3D generation, and going back to your statement about the Telegram app and really trying to build a community there and allowing the tools to be accessed through that. I think that's really genius. I have seen that before, kind of like I said, in the EVM environment. But are you guys utilizing it to kind of onboard some traditional like Web2 users to feel more comfortable this way? Or what's your approach? Why are you guys doing this?
Yeah, I mean, the whole process of creating NFTs is going to be so easy for them, like putting AI prompt, like text prompt or image prompt to transfer this images or this text into NFTs. And with the one click, we're going to have in future PFP solution with the 9,000 or 10,000 supply. So all of them going to be unique with just one click, right? So people create NFTs. They can use our, like, we're going to have this fractionalized ownership of the NFTs, so people can swap easily this NFTs into tokens and start trading them. And of course, it's going to be easier for Web2 investors even to get into the project, invest into it, and see some returns, right? So basically, yes.
That makes
So
makes
this
a
is a
lot of
site here.
sense.
CrystalMuse.io is the site if you guys are interested. And can you talk about what is this? Collect your daily dose of crystal.
Yeah, sure. We started with this, like people can claim some points while doing some daily check-ins while creating some 2D or 3D images and doing some tasks that we have down there. Right, yeah. So eventually, based on these points, you can find on the leaderboard, you can see who is the first place, second place, third place. And based on this, yeah, you can have to reload. Right, so people can see, and based on this information, we will be airdropping some gifts, and of course, this point is going to be transferred into tokens. Yeah, it's not reloading, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, I actually logged in and I was able to claim 10 points
Yeah, I was
myself. I think that's a good idea to kind of keep them engaged, right? So people are all like, we interview so many new teams and things like that. So they're always looking for different ways to keep the user engaged, because I think right now the attention is kind of like a monetary asset to teams right now for people, right? Because people lose their attention really quick to the next thing. So I think this is a really good idea to claim and keep people there. Now let's get back to the statement about the creator platform, about what you said. You could do a 10,000 different type of collection there. So
Yeah.
will your AI tool be able to create traits that look the same across all different item or different 10,000 pieces, or will it, because AI, I imagine that's pretty hard, or will it make all of them unique, every single one?
Yeah, we have identified the unique thing that can like, for example, you have a prompt like generate 10 different dogs. So in this way, you can, for example, you can list some things you want this dog to have. For example, a hat, I don't know, necklace, whatever they're like. And with this prompt, the AI itself gonna give you 10 different prompts, and based on this 10 different prompts, then it's going to generate this NFTs for you.
Gotcha. That makes way more sense for me. I don't know why I didn't think about it like that, but it's easy for an AI to create 10 different hats and then just apply those hats to, like, 10% and then 30%, and you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
obviously it gets more intricate and gets more, deep, but like, is that how it will work? It will kind of apply it to like percentages of the collection, or?
Let me jump into this part. Yeah, it's kind of it could be customized, but it's gonna be like this feature is gonna come in slowly, gradually.
Mhm.
Maybe you start from simple into simple to complex, from like less control to comprehensive control over the
Mhm.
traits, over the shape. And right now, actually, we are pretty much more focused on laying down the infrastructure for this to happen. Now, like
Yeah.
people can generate image or 3D models, but also like what's more what's also kind of fundamental is they need a protocol to be able to support this kind of a new way of generating assets, right? So that's why
Yeah.
Yeah.
we invented BRC4204. And plus, they also need a place to trade, right? To trade this new assets, right? So that's why we're gonna build our marketplace. So all of this, infrastructure are very the key pillars of our ecosystem, so that we can build the more fancy kind of features for the users. So that's kind of how we want to develop, like starting from the benchmark from the fundamentals and then gradually increase the level of support for the creators to help them to build more complex and more difficult things with AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that makes a lot of sense.
So I've been just messing around with it. So I put
Mhm.
frog on a boat and it gave me this really cool image 3D frog. So I'll be able to eventually download this, right? I'm guessing you guys will have a tool to actually turn down the file a little bit. So I'll be able to take this file and then inscribe it to Fractal Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, well, that's the part. Well, that's why you need BRC4004. Like you can use the recursory. Like you don't need to like people eventually in the future metaverse. You can't just have pixel or voxel style models, right? That's native, but it's over simple. Like these two, it might be it might sound it looks tedious if everyone looks like a crypto punk, right? So people are gonna need more like body PR style things, or even more executed stuff. So we need to break the limits of the ordinals, 100 KB or 100 plus KB. So that's why in BRC4004, this protocol, we need to we will support we will support use the recursory technology to support large file inscription as well as the AI prompts. We're gonna inscribe all together on Fractal Bitcoin network, and
So
that's gonna make things different. Yeah.
yeah, so it's very interesting. I love what you're saying here. But like for example, Shizzy just created that 3D frog. Is that when you create that, does it get automatically inscribed into your library?
Well, no. Well, there are two steps. First, create, and then actually, like, you can download. You can download even now. So
Okay.
you have the freedom to download and use it whatever you like. Like, you can even use uh turn that into an NFT on Ethereum through OpenSea, right? You can do that.
Yeah,
But
but like, where's it going to be hosted? Is my question. Are you guys going to use like an IPFS type of approach with this?
oh, this part, this part you can download. You just download to your local computer.
Yeah, but
You just
where does
download
it like?
to
I guess I'm getting lost is this item has to be inscribed on the blockchain at some point, right?
Yeah, in the next step, we will provide a button, and you can inscribe it on chain. And first of all,
Directly. Mhm.
we're gonna store it in our centralized server, but gradually we're gonna move it to IPFS. Because in the beginning there might be a lot of things need to be tackled, technical things, but in the middle term, long term, we're gonna gradually move that onto totally decentralized infrastructure like IPFS. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would assume that it would be inscribed on Fractal Bitcoin, though. It would live on the blockchain.
You will. You will. Yeah.
Okay, so then it will kind of like how ordinals are with Bitcoin. It will be inscribed on the blockchain, and then at that point, I can always refer to this using recursion. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
cool.
Well, that's the yeah. Sorry to jump in. Yeah. So, well, it's a way. I think what something I need to highlight is why do we need BRC4004? So for CrystalMuse, we developed this AIGC tool, but it's not necessarily supporting only fractal Bitcoin. You can see we can ask people to connect with their EVM wallets or fractal Bitcoin wallets. That's because this is AI GC tool supposed to be multi-chain support. However, the more innovative things we do here is to develop a specific type of a protocol called BRC4004 just for fractal Bitcoin. So that's something we want to be more innovative because you have ERC 721 on Ethereum, ERC 1155. That's already too mature, right? So but on Fractal Bitcoin or in the within this kind of ordinals development infrastructure is still like new land. We want to do something more innovative in this wilder west for this moment. And I think what's worth to mention is why do we want to inscribe both the 3D assets or 2D assets as well as the AI prompts together on chain? I think this part needs specific explanation. Because like people wonder like what's the point of inscribing the AI prompts to on chain? What's the point of that? The point is for those whoever for those creators in Web2, whoever kind of use a platform like Pinterest or Midjourney, they have this kind of library of other creators' works, so that they can take reference on. Especially for Midjourney, there's a creator hub, right? So you can actually type and search other works, other creators' works, as well as their AI prompts that you use to generate your works. So imagine if you're but they're storing all the prompts, AI prompts and the works in their centralized server. But we store this kind of prompts on chain on Fractal Bitcoin, so that like it's more transparent, it's more like decentralized, and what's more important is everybody can take reference on your beautiful like artworks
Mhm.
and take reference on your AI prompts, and we're gonna build a like a creator social fi economy on top of this feature. That's because imagine you're a creator, you're a master of using AI to create 3D assets. Everybody like your work, so that they can follow your works or your personal account profile in our platform. So as long as you are good enough, you get more and more followers, and if you have become more powerful or influensive, then your artworks or your assets that you created will be easier to sell. Just like people like Beepos or others. Like if you got pretty impressive like outreach or influence impact, your works is worth much more value than the other. So but this all of things relies on the AI prompts to be inscribed on chain, so that your prompts can be traced and seen by the others, so that you can gradually build up your reputation on top of this feature. So this is something I want to highlight because like it's a relatively new thing. People might wonder like the purpose of doing this, but this is why. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Man,
that's true. God, I'm sorry.
yeah.
yeah. And we call it like, I don't know if Charlie mentioned, iScription. So it's AI scription in this way.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, right now, people are taking courses on how to prompt AI, right? So in the future too, a lot of these prompts are going to be very, very like looked at and studied, right? Because you're going to be able to do different things with longer prompts and different words and stuff. So yeah, I definitely see the prompts being inscribed on chain actually pretty good because it can actually be looked at and studied later.
Yeah, that's exactly also the fundamental for a creator social economy, like Pinterest, like Midjourney Creator Hub. Yeah,
Yeah, that makes my imagination just kind of go crazy. Is like whenever I think about like the future of these actual tools that let's be honest, there was probably a lot of non-useful things created in crypto, but there are some things like with AI and other things that are going to be useful in the future, and this is an example of that. Let's talk a little bit about Fractal. So you guys chose to enter the Bitcoin ecosystem by way of Fractal Bitcoin. Why'd you choose that chain? If you could go into some detail about that.
yes. So Fractal Bitcoin. So first of all, we've been following the space from the very beginning, from ordinals to like in the future like multiple layer 2 war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now BTC Fi, right? So they're separated now. And Fractal Bitcoin is something that we think is very unique because first of all, inherited the original development environment in the layer one. Let's say the ordinals layer one. Let's call it that. I'm not sure like if I like call it correctly, but let's just call it layer one, like BRC20 runes or whatever. I would just describe them as layer one. So Fractal Bitcoin is the only sidechain or layer two, whatever you call it, that completely inherited that user habits and developer habits of the layer one ordinals. So this is something that proves his originality and the native spirit, and which is something we really respect, because everybody in this space, the craziness, the ordinal summer, all this kind of a new blood is coming. This craziness are already getting used to that environment. If you suddenly tell them to change to an EVM environment, that doesn't work in our mindset. I think if we're gonna push it harder in the next stage, it definitely need to be something in a similar environment, like as the ordinals, like layer one, right? So that's why we chose. That's why we think said fractal Bitcoin is very much potential and native and Web3 in this way. But of course, is amazing endorsement. Is Binance Labs invested, and it's a beautiful like user experience. It's a strong developing develop like programming capability are also very impressive. So overall thinking, it's a good spot. And also, one thing to be mentioned is a new land. So it's the big man's hasn't come. So there's still more opportunities for newbies. So that's a good way to set up our own, empire or enterprise there. And if it boom out, it also gives us a chance to bridge it back to layer one, because we're sharing the same kind of development logic. So this is why, like, if we move forward, we can, just keep building. If it not going well, we can, it's gonna be a very good spot overall. Yeah.
Amazing. So what comes next for you guys? Obviously, you can right now you can come here and you can create like I just did with this frog on a boat. And then you have your diamond out now. What's next for you guys?
Yeah, I'll apply. So basically, we've already seen some excitement coming from this BRC 424 protocol, and we released our initial Crystal Genesis NFT collection on the Ordinals network, and we had the collection of 4,204 unique crystals claimed in just 2 hours, and basically the returns for early adopters, early for holders, it was crazy at the ATH of over 100 times. And the next that is coming basically is the launch of the exact BRC 4204 protocol itself and airdrops to our first crystal holders. And definitely we're gonna develop the marketplace with AI generations. So with the more collections coming in with one click and in the process of creation, and definitely the token itself, airdropping tokens for our community members, for our investors, and etc.
Oh wow! So holding one of these green diamonds will get me airdrops in the future. That's amazing.
Yep. Go ahead.
Multiple airdrops.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, that's amazing. Well, there we go. Yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and you spoke about kind of like the airdrops there. I know that you guys are probably still in the planning process, but are eventually are you guys looking to launch a token, and then would that token be on native Bitcoin, or would it be for Fractal Bitcoin, native to Fractal Bitcoin? If you can't answer, I understand, but I'm just curious if that's in the plans.
Let me answer this part. So this token that we're gonna airdrop will be on Fractal Bitcoin, right? This is specifically for BRC 40 Fractal Bitcoin ecosystem. We are thinking this is not determined, but we are thinking to apply the CAT20 standard token, because we believe that there's going to be an ecosystem oriented with the CAT20, including DAX. There might be like DAX lending, or a complete set of DeFi infrastructure, so we can play more things, with this new standards. So also enables OPCAD. So it might also kind of relates to our future fractional ownership of NFT kind of 404 feature. Yeah, but this is not determined because it's we're still gonna like do more like discussion to finalize it. Yeah, but now looks very promising. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, you got any last questions? You good?
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I just wanted to make a comment about the Cat 20. I think that that's a pretty smart route to go if that's what you guys end up deciding on, because it is innovative, and as my good friend Shizzy over there says, if new things attract people more than old things do. And so I think that that could be a good infrastructure. I'm curious though, my last question, I'm curious if what do you guys see for the future of Cat 20? Do you feel like that is going to be the main standard over there?
Yeah, let me answer this as well. So obviously it is already. It is its markup or even surpassed the fractal Bitcoin, and so that proves the confidence of the users, and also Unisat's or fractal Bitcoin network officially supported in their Explorer. So it seems like it's something gonna, because that's something that differentiates fractal Bitcoin to all the other layer twos and layer one. Layer one is more native, is more bullish, is more original, but it lacks of programmability, right? So, but on layer two, you can use the programmability of Ethereum EVM environment, but that's not native. But OPCAD is something native. So as long as the like OPCAD team develop as planned, I think it will be very, very promising. Yeah, but I'm not sure like how internally that works. Their team, who are they? I'm not entirely sure, but it looks very promising so far. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, it's been absolutely amazing. We really got to learn about CrystalMuse, and you guys are going to be building something. It's really cool. There's not many builders on Fractal yet, so it is really cool to talk to people that are building there. Kind of want to give you the stage now to talk to our community. This time, you guys can say kind of whatever you want.
Oh, I'll just bring a small note for this, like just the connection between CrystalMuse itself and the BRC protocol, right? So basically, BRC 4204, it's like just focused on the fractal Bitcoin network, and it is being developed and supported by our CrystalMuse, right? CrystalMuse ecosystem, which has an outreach to other chains, also from Bitcoin and Ton ecosystem, from Ton networks. And you can see CrystalMuse as a leading provider for AI generated content services, and this AI tool that power the iScription feature for the BRC 4204 protocol. So CrystalMuse umbrella company, and then BRC 4204 protocol coming, AI GC2 coming, Telegram dApp, and marketplace. All right.
Amazing. That's perfect.
Yeah, so it's a lot you guys got going on. Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine, like, to give you an example, it's just like the relationship between Yuga Labs and the BAYC.
Yeah.
That's what CrystalMuse and the BRC 4204, and under the CrystalMuse umbrella there are multiple service lines, but of course definitely you can see we only created like a new like branding just for BRC 4204. You can see how we value this direction. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys are making all the right decisions. At least talking to other teams and some people that are really big thought leaders in the space. When I say the space, I mean more of the Bitcoin ecosystem. So, congratulations on your launch. We think that you guys are going to do amazing things, and we're excited about utilizing, maybe creating our own collection. We'll see. Maybe Shizzy and I can create our own collection on Fractal and kind of showcase that. But we want to thank you both for spending time with us and our audience today. And we will be in touch shortly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right,
nice day. Bye.
take it easy.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. Great job by those guys. It is really cool to, see people that are, they're seeing stuff, on Fractal. Like you got to be paying attention to want to build over there, right? Because not many people in any space know what Fractal is, even ours, right? So it is really cool to kind of see people taking the initiative and really building something. I mean, first is first, right? So when you're kind of in the first builders, obviously we know that like they're building other places, but their BRC 4204 is building in Fractal.
Yeah, and I think it's like you said, you got to kind of roll the dice sometimes. And what
Yeah.
they did was they said that Fractal seems really attractive to build on. They believe in it, and being one of the first, like in what they're doing is they're getting like the Western audience too, because a lot of Fractal builders, besides we obviously our good friend Francis that's doing Sats Punt Fawn, other than that, there's not a bunch of like outreach marketing and stuff with these Fractal builders. So I think this is gonna bode well for them. And I want to use the tool. I want to create, even if we create like 100 item collection, I think that'd be really cool, don't you?
Yeah, 100%, dude. And even on like ChatGPT, the main AI I use, I'm not able to do things like this, right? Like this is
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like it's awesome to kind of play with. But all right, guys, that's our show today. Really appreciate you guys watching. Please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, and check out our partners.
Yeah, if you get a moment, guys, please check out our partners, BitPerp, a perpetual leverage DEX that's going to be launching on a Bitcoin layer 2 in Q4. They have their paper trading competition here in about, I would say, 6 days, right? So check them out. We'll be participating. Watch the show every day because we do giveaways. We got about, I think we have maybe 10 more passes to give away, VIP BitPerp passes. You'll be able to get benefits on their platform. You can trade that secondary marketplace as well. And also check out Ordinal Hive. They are an aggregator marketplace for ordinals on Bitcoin Layer 1 as well as Layer 2 with Merlin Chain. You can earn points if you go to beta.ordinalhive.io and start to list, sell, buy your ordinals there, and you'll earn points. And you know what points usually equate to. You can trade those in the future. So put 2 and 2 together there, guys. Fluid Tokens, another partner of ours that is huge with innovation. These are experienced UTXO developers that developed on Cardano, and they are developing on Bitcoin. They're the first to drop a staking protocol on Bitcoin Layer 1. So if you are a project founder and you want to be able to have your community stake, reach out to Raul from Fluid Tokens. He's the CTO, or reach out to us. We'll get you connected. There's about 6 staking vaults right now. There's going to be more added, so check those out. And also, you can trade your runes there. They are an aggregator actually for runes, and they split up the runes for you, so it's a really seamless, easy process. Next is Foxy. They are building on Tap Protocol. They're building the Bitverse and Clan Wars, a first-person shooter game, and there's a competition coming up. Our team is definitely prepping for that, so check them out. And then lastly, Merlin Chain, guys, your number one scaling solution for Bitcoin synthetic layer 1 assets and protocol. So if you're a builder and you want to scale to a layer 2, reach out to Merlin's team. They have amazing grants for genuine builders. So check them out, and we appreciate you guys for checking out our partners.
Yeah, and the last thing is check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. Someone new just entering the space, please send them our website. We really feel like I can get them called up very quickly. And if you need a VPN, we also have VPNs here, a 70% off discount if you're using the code Ordinal Revolution. You can come here and click this, and that'll take you right to it. We will both be in Bitcoin Las Vegas in May, so definitely if you're interested in going, get your tickets soon because every single Friday the prices go up. So check out Bitcoin Las Vegas. It's going to be a blast, guys. And we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC all week, guys, Monday to Friday. So check us out, and we appreciate you. Until tomorrow.
Peace.
Ordinal Revolution. Let's go.